Hey guys, it's Rahano100, and today I'm going to do something a little bit unusual for me. I'm going to give my top 10 animes of all time that I like. This is my opinion and my opinion only, so please respect that. I'm not saying that any series is better than another. I'm just saying that this means this is the list of animes that I really enjoyed, and yeah, that's about it. So let's get started. So for the number 10 spot, I picked Naruto, Naruto Shippuden. The reason I like this anime is probably because it was the first anime that got me into anime, and I also read the manga, of course. So it has a very special place in my heart, and that's why it deserves its place, in my opinion. It's a great anime. It has a good story, very deep story. I like that, and it has a lot of characters. Characters I hate, characters I really like. Uh, this series is pretty much one of those reasons I watched anime because it's genius in my opinion. Of course, not perfect. It has its faults, like any anime, but I really come to enjoy it over the last couple of years, and it's been a great time. I think I've been following this series for about 5 years, something like that. I'm a little bit unsure, but it's been a fun ride to watch a new episode come out each week. I really enjoy about everything about this series, both the manga and anime, even the games. So that's pretty much the reason it's in my 10th place. Yeah, so that's about it. I love the soundtrack, by the way. It's really great. So number 9, and this one was pretty easy to choose. It was Romeo X Juliet, and it's a romantic action anime. And for my part, this has much to do with the writing, because it's on this list. Because I'm a really fan of Shakespeare's writing and the story of Romeo and Juliet. So when I watched this anime, it was no doubt it was really good, both in English and in Japanese. But I actually prefer it in English dub, which is one of the few animes I actually do that with. It's a fantasy setting. It's awesome. You can see Juliet going around uh, with the sword, and you can see a lot of fighting. There's a lot of love. There's a good story, very deep and complex. I really like it, and that's pretty much why it's on this list. I can't say much more about it. You should really watch it out if you watched the real Romeo and Juliet movies, any of them really. It's a really good adaptation. So the next one is Code Geass, and it deserves the 8th spot because this anime was, when I first watched it, I actually laid it off for a couple of episodes because I was bored really. But when I really started to get into the storyline, I became so addicted. I actually watched the whole thing less than a week. It was really awesome. If I'm remembering, it's 2 seasons. The third season is coming, according to rumors. It's very awesome. It's a mecha fantasy alternative reality kind of anime, and it's just fantastic. It's really complex. It's really fun to watch. It has almost the best dialogue I have seen when it comes to the way they are talking, the way they are using the story. Uh, I have nothing to complain about in this anime. Um, and there are only a few things that nags it down because some of the characters are really annoying. But this anime actually got me crying after one or two, 3 episodes. So it's a really good anime. I really recommend it. Again, there are many people who have watched this anime and they probably tell you the same thing, that this is a good anime. It's a great, and I'm very hyped for the third season. So yeah, I recommend it. Check it out. The next one is The Legend of Korra. I know it's not really an anime, but I chose to have it on this list because I really enjoyed it. It's pretty new, and I think it deserves a spot there. It's only been 12 episodes long so far, and it's already blasted my mind by incredible storytelling, great art style, incredible fights, good story overall. Everything is perfect in this one, and I enjoyed it so much that I actually cried at the end. It was so awesome to watch it. For those that doesn't know it, this is if you're a fan of elements or fighting or humor. This one is just watch it. I promise you, you're never going to regret it. And if you like it, or if you want to start from the beginning, watch Avatar: The Last Airbender, for this is the sequel to Avatar: The Last Airbender. So I will recommend watching both of them. They are amazing. In my opinion, Korra is a little bit better, but that's just me. And again, this is my opinion, so the next one is Claymore, and it's an action fantasy anime and manga. The manga is still going on, but the anime has been disconnected for some time now. What I like about this is it's clearly a very good anime. It's only one season, very short, but at the same time, what you can see is really high quality. The sound design is amazing. The animation is top notch. The voice acting is very good both in English and in Japanese. I can't complain anything about the story. The story is great. You got these monsters that are coming up, taking over people's bodies, and the only way to get rid of them is to call the claymores because they're the only one able to kill them. And claymores are like female warriors who wields big claymores, big swords, and it's just amazing to watch. It has a deep story between the warriors and how they act. So a really recommendation from me. It was one of the most random animes I ever started to watch, and it was one of the best thing I ever did. So I recommend it. So for the number five spot, I picked Guilty Crown, and that's probably the anime I watched. That's the last anime I watched, like complete. The anime itself is pretty great. I have nothing to complain about it. It may be pretty similar to Code Geass in some ways, but I think it's only taking its own direction on the Mecha franchise and of course on the story of terrorism. It's pretty great. For those that doesn't know what it is all about, I can pretty much say, without spoiling, that you're able to use the heart of another person as a weapon, and there's a virus involved. That's about what I can say about this anime because I don't want to spoil it. It's only 22 episodes long, so please check it out. It's pretty amazing. It has some of the best songs ever. The openings I got me just hooked from the start. The characters are pretty great. It's really funny. It's pretty fun in some places. But I recommend it really. Actually all the animes on this list is recommended, but this one especially because it has a pretty great quality in it. I think everybody can watch it and still have some enjoyment out of it. So please check it out. And I'm really hoping for a season 2. So for the number 4 spot, I picked Full Metal Alchemist and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. For those that doesn't know it, Full Metal Alchemist is a really popular anime and manga, and Brotherhood is like the anime adaptation that was pretty much they remade the first the first anime because the anime didn't follow the manga, so they remade it into the manga to follow the manga more closely. And this one is pretty good. Both of them, you should really watch both of them because they take a really their own spin on the universe. So Fullmetal Alchemist, you can really learn something. You really feel smart watching it, to be honest, because some of the writing it's amazing. The action scenes are over the top. The characters are funny. Uh, the one thing I actually don't like about this anime is that it's better in English than in Japanese. Yes, I know many people are going to say, no, the Japanese is better, but in my opinion, I think the English is much better. I think they got some really great, talented voices out there that are really showing off in this one. It's about, it really depends on what you're watching, if you're watching the normal or Brotherhood, but they're about 50, 60 episodes long. There's also 2 movies out, you should really watch them as well. Big fan myself. So for the first of the top 3, I picked Katekyo Hitman Reborn. The reason I chose this anime is because it is incredible funny. It is very powerful. It has a powerful story. Many characters that you're probably going to like. Even the villains are likable in this one. Um, it has pretty awesome fights. It's an You can call it a fantasy shonen anime. It's pretty great, and the soundtrack is amazing. The openings are fantastic. I got nothing to pull down on this one except the first 20 episodes. If you don't like slow starting animes, you're probably going to die the first 20 episodes because they really doesn't add much to the story itself. They add to the characters, and that's really great. You get to know all the characters, but they are boring. Oh my god, they are so boring. But after those 20 episodes, you're going to see a fantastic storyline. You're going to see all the characters do what they do best, fighting. They're going to show some really cool animation. I really like it. So after the first 20 episodes, you're probably going to like it. You're probably going to think it's awesome. And the manga is still going on. It's still pretty good. The anime has been cancelled for now, but you can watch it up to a certain point, and then you can just then you can just start reading the manga, and you will be following up right where you left it off. So that's pretty great. So for my second spot, I chose The Blue Exorcist, and the reason for choosing this anime is pretty because it's new, it's awesome, and the story just caught me right in the glint of an eye. The story follows Rin Okamura. He's normal boy, but he finds out that he's the son of Satan, and that his family is pretty much exorcists, or his not real family, but his adoptive family is exorcist. His brother is, and his adoptive father is. So the story pretty much follows him trying to become an exorcist, and he wants to kick Satan's ass. Through this story, we get to meet his classmates. We get to see them all in action. They are trying to become exorcists as well. The story follows between demons and exorcists and how they intervene with each other. Uh, this anime got some pretty awesome battles, very cool villains and allies, and it's just amazing. I really recommend it. There's a reason why it's on my number 2 on this list, because this anime has pretty much everything. It has humor, it has romance, it actually has action, it has a lot of stuff. So please check it out. So finally, we are at the number 1 spot, and the anime that I mean it's the most important to me, the anime I like the most, the one I see as the best anime is Wolf's Rain, and Wolf's Rain is, for my part, the one that has the closest meaning to my heart, beside Naruto, but it has also the meaning that I thought this anime was just wonderful. Everything about it, just, I don't know, every time I watch it, I really get a tear in my eye. I really love the characters, I love the story. So the story follows wolves that are in human shapes and are like they're trying to find this perfect place for wolves to live, named Paradise. So they're following this dog Kiba, and we get to meet other wolves as well. We get to meet Hige, a funny guy. We get to meet Toboy, the one that is kind of like caring for everybody else. We get to meet some really cool villains. We get to see a lot of characters, but really we also get to see how wolves act and think. And for me, that's just wonderful. That's really cool. And I'm a really wolf lover, so this anime is just, I don't know, I just really like it. So what I'm trying to say is I recommend watching it, but it can be slow sometimes. Yes, it does, and in some way it has many faults, but for me it's just my favorite. So anyway, please check it out. It's only 30 episodes long, and I mean it's worth your time. So this was my top 10 list, and I really hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, please thumbs down, I guess. If you liked it, thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. Also, remember that this is my opinion. This is not your opinion. This is my taste of anime. This is not your taste. So if you don't agree with my list, if your anime is not on this list, then sorry for that, but that's how it works. So thank you very much, and I see you next guys next time.